Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Boston Pro. Oh my gosh, this one was bikini, wellness, fitness, and figure. It was like a repeat of the Arnold last weekend. It was so good. Really incredible. Oh my gosh. So in terms of Olympia 2022 and the points, this was considered a tier 4 contest, so it's not as many points as we saw the athletes receive last weekend. You can see them highlighted down below. 2nd through 5th receive points. Winner qualifies for Olympia, and then at the end of the qualification period, which isn't until November, the top 3 in the points all get to go to Olympia. All right, beginning with bikini. In first place, Maureen. Second, Issa. Third, Ellie. Fourth, Alessia. And 5th, Jessica. So Jessica in 5th place looked absolutely beautiful. She switched to a red suit, and I actually really love it. It looks so good, though I would have done a bolder, more red lip just to complement that suit. However, I don't know that I like it more than the blue. I think she looks so beautiful in the blue. Lucky girl, she can look good in anything. Maybe that's what it is. But either way, she looks absolutely gorgeous. I think her body looks phenomenal. Really nice shape to her glutes. Her waist looks small. Her obliques look nice. Really nice solid line. Beautiful arms. I do think she could have had a little bit more conditioning. There's not as much detail in this back leg, even from what you saw when she got 2nd place at the Atlantic Pro. But her shape looks lovely. Her posing looks really nice. She looks very natural. She looks not particularly strained, just beautiful. So I thought this was a really, really nice 5th place for her. Okay, here is Alessia in 4th. She has competed a lot this season. I know the pictures are kind of small. Holy smokes, just doing so well, consistently in the top 5. Wow. So I think in this show, she looked particularly beautiful. Her makeup, her lipstick, her hair, she just had something special today. I think she looked really, really beautiful. In terms of her physique, also very good. I always comment on this gorgeous line Alessia has on her quad. The definition is just gorgeous. I think it really outlines and shapes that muscle beautifully. The way that she poses really shows off her glutes. That back leg has a nice amount of definition, not too much, but just a little bit of a beautiful shape. Her abs look good. I do find that it could be the angle of where the photographer is compared to how she's standing, but I feel like we get to see a little bit more of her abs than typical. Like, for example, compare here. She's standing very sideways. And here we get to see a little bit more stomach and abs, and I like it. I think it looks really good. It allows you to see how buff and muscular her midsection is. Really good. And yet she still maintains that beautiful S shape, that hourglass. So she looks amazing. I think she's always good. Okay, Ellie in 3rd place, beautiful in a gorgeous purple suit, and wow, again, the makeup looks beautiful. I think the lighting at this show really complemented the faces of the athletes because you're really noticing the purple eyeshadow and the color of her lipstick. It's just gorgeous. And another thing that I'm noticing is how well her posing is complementing her hourglass shape. So first of all, simply by having her hair to the back, it opens up her whole upper body. You see the lat, you see more of her chest, you see her delts better, and I think it is so good. It really allows you to focus in on that hourglass shape. Just gorgeous. I think her abs look amazing. Her obliques look so chiseled. Her definition is fabulous. I love the line. I love the detail by her kneecaps. She's got a great shape to her glute. Her calves look fabulous, but like overall to me, it was that posing. Her arm looks to be a little bit further away from her glute than it was at the Minneapolis, and it's really flattering. It's opening up her lat. It's opening up her chest. I think she looked amazing. Okay, Issa in 2nd place. Oh my gosh. I think she looked incredible, and I think she has consistently been looking incredible. She is so close to being back on top, and I'm I'm just cheering for her. I think she looks so good. She looks even better than she did, back at the 2021 Arnold, which was also in this qualification period, believe it or not. So there was 2 Arnolds that the ladies can receive points for. She looks full. She looks pumped up. She looks healthy. She looks vibrant. Her hair is beautiful. I love the blue tone on her. Whenever she does the blues, I think they just look so flattering and pretty and just gorgeous. Her abs look amazing. Her obliques are insane. Like, not only does she have the chiseled line, she's got this other line outlining the side of the oblique, and she seems to have that consistently, and I think it looks so good. Her glutes are amazing. A lot of size, beautiful round shape, great hamstrings. Like, her hamstrings at these last 2 shows look really, really good. So she's just gorgeous. I think she nails it, and she's doing so good, and I'm really hopeful for her that she can regain some of that glory that she had before when she was winning everything. So beautiful delt, beautiful posing. I love her. Okay, Maureen in first place. Wow. Okay, so back to the red bikini, which looks very beautiful on her. The lip is coordinating. It's good. I like it. Her hair is gorgeous. I like this extra volume in her hair that really fills the space, right? There's all of this extra width added between her shoulders. I love it. I really loved her hair at the Arnold. I thought it was so silky and full and beautiful, but it looks very nice here too with the side part. Gorgeous. And now I am noticing, again, it could just be a trick of the eye because of where the cameraman is and where the judges are and how she's angled her body. But to me, it looks like she's really posing her upper body differently. I feel like compared to the Olympia, she's pulling out her arm more. I think she did it at the Arnold as well than how she had it here. And it is just really showcasing the lat and the delt and that width across her collarbone. So I think she's got a beautiful broadness that she's really highlighting in this style of posing. Then the waist is so small. The hourglass is really exaggerated. And then a beautiful balance with the lower body. Her glutes have a nice shape, enough definition in the legs. I like when you have a bit more of a line, but it suits her. It looks beautiful. There is that little line here, a nice shape in the top of the quad on the back leg. So I think she looked really good. It showed off to me a very balanced and very hourglass shape. So I think her posing is perfect. She's really showing off her shoulders here. This open chest looks beautiful. So everybody's side by side. Amazing. I'm drawn to Alessia and those long legs, the beautiful definition. Maureen, that hourglass. Maureen and Ellie, to me, in this front pose, have a very similar way of posing. Their shape looks really similar, really open up top. Beautiful definition legs. I love the line on Ellie. Issa, I think her glutes look amazing. She just has a gorgeous shape overall, and I love that blue suit. Jessica, I think still, to me, she looks very natural. I wouldn't mind if she was even more puffed up in her chest and her clavicle and really opened up the shoulders, but still, she looks beautiful. It's a great shape. Like, everybody looked really good. And now from behind, okay, so Maureen has some really impressive glute ham tie-ins. She's got a gorgeous amount of detail outlining her hamstrings. Her calves have a nice balance, and her waist is tiny. And then the hair is perfect. It fills her back, so you're just seeing her beautiful shoulders popping out on the sides. She really does portray this great balance. I like how much size she has in her quads, and I like how close her quads are in the adductors, so there's not a lot of space. There's just a lot of muscle is what you're seeing from behind. Jessica and Alessia, even Ellie, have a little bit more space in between their adductor muscles, so maybe that's something that made Maureen stand out to the judges, just how much beautiful size and roundness and shape she has in her legs. All of the glutes look amazing, beautiful shape. Issa, I think, in particular, she's got a gorgeous roundness to the top. Tiny waist on everybody, great hair. Like, this was amazing. This is an absolutely astonishing top 5. So in terms of Olympia, Maureen is now qualified. Issa was already qualified. Ellie will have 3 more points. Alessia was already qualified. And Jessica will have 1 more point. Okay, moving on to wellness. In first place, Rishna. Second, Angela. Third, Julia. Fourth, Tracy. And fifth, Lorena. So here's Lorena in 5th place. I don't think she was fully in her pose just yet, but I wanted to compare the side poses. That's my favorite pose for looking at the wellness girls. I think it shows off most of their shape the best. You see the glute, you see the hamstring, you see the quad, you see the shoulders. So here you can see Lorena has an amazing amount of muscle in her legs. I think she looks even more dense, even more size in her hamstrings than she did at the San Antonio. Beautiful shape to her glutes. Perhaps the definition could have been a little bit more. I think at the San Antonio, you could see a bit more detail in the back leg. You could see a little bit more outline between the quad and the hamstring. But I think her size looks beautiful. Her shoulders look really nice. And I thought it was a really good, fair 5th place for her. Okay, Tracy in 4th place, again with a beautiful amount of size in her quads. I like this detail here by her kneecap. Really nice shape. She's got a nice, small, very flat tummy, beautiful ab definition, nice obliques. Her shoulders look gorgeously outlined as well. The delt looks just beautiful. Not quite in the pose, but that's okay. I think you can still see that she's got a gorgeous shape, beautiful suit, lovely makeup, nice some blue eyeshadow to complement. So I think she did very well. Okay, next, Julia in 3rd place. We've seen her a couple times before in the top 5, doing amazing. Now, she has a gorgeous shape to her lower body. I think her glutes look amazing, particularly how gorgeous they are here where they come into her hamstring. Gorgeous. Really nice curve to the glute, curve to the hamstring, curve to the calf. Gorgeous. I've said it before, I'm not crazy about these shoes. I find them a bit heavy. I prefer the more clear that she wore at the Olympia, but I do like how she's posing her legs. I think that coming up on this toe here really does make this leg look beautiful, a really nice shape. Her waist looks super small, nice lat. I don't believe that her shoulders are that the pose is doing her shoulders justice. I think her arm is being pulled down rather than being pulled up and maybe back a little bit just to really open up the chest and show off the delts. But obviously she's in 3rd place, so she is posing beautifully enough to really showcase her hourglass shape and those gorgeous, gorgeous glutes. So she looked beautiful and it was a fabulous 3rd place for her. Okay, Angela in 2nd place. I know there are a lot of Angela fans and people do not like when she does not get 1st place, but I think this was a really beautiful and very close 2nd place for her. First of all, I loved this fuchsia suit. I think it is even more eye-catching than the red. I love it. I love that her lipstick was a beautiful compliment. It's girly, it's pretty, but it's still eye-catching. I love it. I think the suit was fantastic. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the suits on Angela. What color is best? Blue, red, fuchsia? Oh my gosh. So anyway, her abs look amazing. Her obliques are so sharp. Her waist is so small. Her stomach is so flat all the time. It's incredible. Her glutes are insane. What a shape. They are so large. They really stick out from her body. And what a gorgeous little dip under here before the hamstring. It's just phenomenal. She's got such a cool shape. Very unique, very eye-catching. Her glutes are sensational. She's got great definition. I love this detail here in the side of her hip, but also her arms look lovely. Really nice little triangle here from her delt, right? Where the bicep and tricep all come together. Like, she just looks really, really polished. Great definition, great conditioning. beautiful. And I like that her legs have a nice balance with those crazy big glutes. She's got a lot of size, but she poses in a way that still makes her shoulders come out in a good line above the glutes. So she's got some good balance, great hourglass shape. She just looks amazing. Okay, and now your Rishna. I know a lot of you guys will be happy that she is in first place. First of all, the first thing I noticed was her hair, believe it or not. She added a little bit of a wave, and I think it is so pretty. It's just beautiful. It adds a little lightness. I love it. The suit is gorgeous, a nice kind of royal blue. Beautiful on her. Her makeup looks gorgeous. Her traps are amazing. Unreal. So beautiful, her upper body. She's so buff, right? Her shoulders look great. Her arms look amazing. Her waist looks really nice and small with great definition in her abs. And now these legs look fabulous. And I think from a conditioning perspective, she was even harder, even deeper lines than she was at the Arnold. Just a little bit more conditioning and it looks amazing. You've got a little more detail in this back leg. I think the line running down the side of her leg is just a bit more pronounced. She's got some beautiful definition here in the side of her glute, like just gorgeous. And now, of course, her shape, her hamstrings look amazing. So much size, such a beautiful curve. She looks really incredible. I think this was a really good show. And she's posing really well too. Like I found here at the Texas State, maybe a little too forward facing, whereas here she's got her belly button a bit more at an angle, you know, more of a 45 degree. And I think it's very flattering. It really shows off the smallness of her waist, just like at the Arnold. So I thought Rishna looked amazing. Now, everybody side by side. Here's where you can kind of pick out how good Rishna is. Look at the shape of her hamstring. It's just incredible. Even Angela, I don't think, has as beautiful of a curve in this pose, in this photo, as Rishna pulled off. I think just a gorgeous shape to her leg. Her glutes look really round, really full, and her definition is amazing. You really are drawn to this line, to the outline of her quad, the detail in the back leg. Gorgeous. If you scan your eye across, I know I am drawn to Rishna's legs. Absolutely beautiful. I'm also drawn to Angela and her tiny waist. She's got a really nice lat, beautiful shoulder, but Rishna's posing so well. It's showing off her shape. It's showing off her arms. She looks really open. Her chin is high. I just think it was Rishna's all around. The conditioning, the shape, the posing, absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, everybody looked good. This is a top 5 pro wellness. They are all amazing. Angela's suit is so eye-catching, but I do love all the blue. I think the blue looks good on all of these dark-haired beauties. But, I mean, I can't stop looking at Rishna. It really was a good show for her. And now from behind, wow. Super impressed by Tracy in 4th place. I think she looked really good. She has a gorgeous glute ham tie-in, really nice sweep to her quads. But still, Rishna, she had that tiny waist. She's got a lovely amount of her shoulders poking through on top to really round out the shape. Her glutes are amazing. Her hamstrings look really good. Wow, this is really quite phenomenal. I think Rishna really nailed it this show. Lorena looks beautiful as well. Very large quads, though she could have had maybe a bit more of the glute ham tie-ins showing. Julia, I think, has really beautiful quads as well. Really nice sweep, nice size to her glutes. Angela, of course, has a great shape. Very, very beautiful, very large quads. Though maybe she could have a little more roundness to the inside, like I mentioned when we were talking about the bikini. Perhaps even just not standing quite so wide would give an illusion of more size in those the adductor region. But overall, I thought Rishna did amazing. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, Rishna was already qualified. Angela was already qualified. Julia gets 3 more points, and Tracy has 2, and Lorena gets 1 more point. So fabulous. Very fabulous. Okay, moving on to fitness. In 1st place was Missy, 2nd, Jacqueline, 3rd, Tamara, 4th, Arika, and 5th, Stephanie. And in terms of the judging and the finals, which you see there on the score. So judging is the physique and finals is the routine. It was actually a little bit of a switch up. So Stephanie had been in 4th place for the physique round, but Arika managed to surpass her in the routine. So at the end of the day, Arika came in 4th and Stephanie came in 5th. So a little bit closer between the two of them, but otherwise very unanimous. So here is Stephanie. She ended up in 5th place and she looks so good. We last saw her at the Nashville Night of Champs in the top 5 and wow, she looks amazing. She has so much size. She's very buff. She looks very full. She has great shape. I love how curved her back is. It is absolutely beautiful, extremely eye-catching. I noticed that right away when I saw this picture. Just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful shoulders. That lat looks so good and great glutes into her beautiful legs. I think her posing is fabulous. She's pulled this hand a little bit more forward, which I think really makes her waist look small. Fantastic. I think you're really seeing all of her glutes. Like, she just looks amazing. She looks really good. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more conditioning to really show off the detail. You know, if we could have seen a bit more lines in the legs, a little bit more, the hamstring being really defined. But overall, I think she looked really good. And there's a quick look at her routine. Okay, next, Arika in 4th, who we last saw in the top 5 at the Arnold 2021. She looks fantastic. She's got some really nice conditioning. I like how much detail we have in her legs. I think her shoulders look really beautiful. The suit is gorgeous, and I love her lipstick. Looks unreal. Really, really draws your eye up to her beautiful smile. Now, I think you guys know what I'm going to say. I wish the hair was to the back. It definitely is hiding the shape of her upper body. There's no need for it. But it is just a photo. She could have moved it a second later, but I couldn't find a picture that allowed us to see this kind of shape of her body. So definitely hair to the back, but otherwise I think she looked really, really good. Beautiful posing. I like how she's got her legs crisscrossed. I think it's very lovely. So she looked really good. And there is a look at her routine, always entertaining. Her routines are really fun. Okay, Tamara in 3rd place. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she looks so buff, right? Like, look at how full she looks, particularly when you compare her to the Legion. I don't know what she's doing, but she looks unreal. She looks so full. Her muscles are so round, so 3D. I think her hamstrings look even better than they did at the Arnold. Her legs look incredible. Her calves are amazing. Her upper body is insane. And again, it could just be the angle that we're standing, but I feel like she looks really relaxed. Like the curve of this arm looks a little bit different than it did at the Arnold, and I love it. I think it really shows off her bicep and her tricep even better than it did here. Her shoulders look fantastic. Her waist looks small. Her abs are amazing. Her lats are incredible. Like, she's so dense and full of muscle, and I'm loving it. So I think she's doing amazing. I also love her hair. I think she has it a little bit more voluminous, a little bit off of her face rather than coming over her forehead. And she looks amazing. So this was incredible. I think she always looks good. Her conditioning is unreal. Really beautiful detail in her legs. Great abs. Great arms. So this was awesome. I loved it. And there is a look at her routine. So fun. Okay, next is Jacqueline in 2nd place. She looks awesome. Her abs are amazing. Beautiful detail in her legs. She's kind of switched up the way she's holding her lower body in this sideways-ish pose, right? So she's straightening the back leg now instead of the front. Looks very nice. It's more in line with what the other girls are doing. She's got beautiful definition. Her legs look really good. I don't love how far out she holds this front arm. I think she could relax it a little bit more. I think, like we saw with Tamara, it would show off the muscles in her arm a little better. But otherwise, I think her shape looks beautiful. Really nice curve. Really nice X to her frame. Beautiful lats. Great suit. And I think she looked really good. Nice definition. Nice amount of muscle. And there's a look at her routine When she did it at the Arnold, it was just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Okay, Missy in first place. I love seeing Missy in first place. She is such a favorite. She's so good. And she looks amazing. First of all, her hair. Are you kidding me? This is so cool. I think it suits her so well. It looks awesome. It's so unique and different than everybody else. I love it. Missy can take risks and pull them off. It looks so good. Her physique is incredible. And mostly what I'm noticing is just a slight change in her posing. So look at the Arnold. The foot is more flat on the ground. And here it's kind of evolved. And now it's really up. Her heel is off. Her toe is down. And I think it is so good. It adds somehow a tiny bit more movement to her pose. It's less solid and grounded. And I think she looks amazing. There's also a tiny bit of a angle here. This shoulder is a little bit higher, right? Whereas here at the Legion, it was a little bit more straight. Here at Arnold, it was a little bit more straight. And I love it. It's just, I don't know. There's just something about it. It's really flattering. It really shows off her shoulders. Her chest is open. Her lats look amazing. Her abs always are incredible. She's got beautiful definition. Her legs are sensational, right down to like even this front shin, I think looks incredible. So I love it. I think Missy always looks amazing. Her suit, her hair, her makeup, the posing, the conditioning, fantastic. And there's a look at her routine. Oh, that hair was so cool. I loved it. She did so good. Okay, so everybody side by side, you cannot help but stare at Missy. Her shoulders stand out, her tiny waist. She's got really good size to her legs and great definition. I think Tamara next to her also has some beautiful size. She doesn't quite have the shoulders, though, that Missy and even Arica beside her. Not to say Tamara doesn't have great shoulders. She does, but they don't stick up as high. Jacqueline, I still think, perhaps she just wasn't quite in the pose, but I still think she could change the way she holds her arms and just relax them a little closer to her body. Stephanie, I think you can see, could have had a little bit more definition, right? In the legs, they're not as detailed. Arica, I think, looks beautiful off on the side in fourth place. She could have had even a little bit more detail in her legs compared to Tamara, right? You're not seeing as much. But Missy had a beautiful shape, a nice amount of size, great balance, just gorgeous. And then from behind, oh yeah, Missy's glutes are something else. Such a beautiful size, great shape, beautiful tiny waist. It's fantastic. Really, really gorgeous. But I mean, this was a really nice top 5 for sure. I think Tamara has some great 3D quality to the muscles in her back. Same with Jacqueline. Really pumped. Gorgeous. Okay, so in terms of points, Missy was already qualified. Jacqueline has 4 more. Tamara has 3 more. Arica has 2 more. And Stephanie has 1 more point. So moving on to figure. In first place, Lola. Second, Nicole. Third, Boyana. Fourth, Maud. And fifth, Kia. And what is interesting about the score here is it was actually quite close between Maud and Boyana. So that makes things very exciting. Okay, so here is Kia in 5th place. And I think she looks stunning. What a beautiful shape. A great X, super huge lats, beautiful, big, large upper body. Her shoulders are fantastic. Really nice sweep to her quads. Just overall, extremely aesthetically pleasing. What a beautiful shape she has. And I love this suit on her. It is not a typical color. It is not a typical pattern. And yet it's very flattering. Her makeup is beautiful. I just think she looks gorgeous. Top to bottom. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more conditioning to show off even more the detail in the legs, in the abs. I know this picture, she looks fabulous and you are seeing it, but compared to some of the others, I think could have been just a tiny bit more. But otherwise, I'm super impressed. I think she looks amazing. Okay, Maud in 4th. Now check out that conditioning. Holy smokes. Super ripped. So much detail. There's feathering in her quads. Just lines everywhere. Her abs are so deeply defined.
Her lats look really nice. Beautiful shape, really nice X frame again, just because that waist is so small. Her V-taper looks fantastic. The suit is crazy bold. It is so eye-catching. It's gorgeous. Her makeup looks nice. Her hair looks good. I think she looks really fantastic. I'm super impressed by the conditioning. Just absolutely gorgeous amount of detail. Shoulders, everything. Really good. Okay, Boyana in third. We've seen her already. She's at the first place at the Titans, and she's switched up the suit. And I really like Boyana in red. And I think it's partially because she goes bold with the lip, and I love that. I think it is so perfect. She looks so good in this red suit with the red lipstick. Her hair is great. Her makeup is beautiful. And her shape. Oh my gosh. She is so cool. The X frame is really pronounced. Her V-taper is sensational. Her shoulders have nice definition. I wouldn't mind if her shoulders, you know, like I was saying in the fitness lineup, I wouldn't mind if they came up a little higher. But she's got beautiful balance and proportions on her own frame. Great legs. Her abs are sensational. I love it. Now, one thing I do notice is Boyana stands with her heels together, and you'll notice in the lineup, not everybody does that. So that's something that obviously is a strategic thing to really show off the shape of her quads. But man, I think she looked really, really fantastic. Okay, Nicole in second place. I saw in the comments a lot of you guys really like Nicole. You think she should be on top. And man, second place, she's right up there. She looks fantastic. Her lats and her shoulders are just out of this world. She's so broad. She has so much muscle. Gorgeous. Beautiful posing. She's a lot of personality comes through when Nicole poses. Great abs. Her suit is beautiful. The straight hair looks very nice. It's got some volume. It's just gorgeous. Nice shape to her legs. I don't think she's got the same conditioning like what she had at the Olympia. But still, you're seeing some nice detail. Now, I was trying to really, really study the pictures and figure out, you know, what can Nicole do to be even better? And one thing that I'm noticing is her sweep of her quads is a little bit more straight on the sides, and our first place winner has a lot more curve that starts up higher. And so I wonder if that's something that Nicole could alter the way she stands. Like, you can see she puts her toes together rather than her heels. Maybe simply by rotating her feet, it would create more of a sweep at the higher point of her leg. Not sure. I don't know. So I'm sure she plays around with it, but either way, it's something that I noticed. But I think she looks absolutely beautiful. She always looks good. And I thought second place was really amazing. All right. Lola in first place. This makes me so happy. I'm so excited for her. Oh, she looks amazing. So do you see what I mean about the sweep? It's a little bit higher starting, right? She's got that curve right from the top of her hips. So she's got the sweep going for her. She also has amazing definition. The detail in her legs is crazy. Her abs look sensational. Her arms have great detail. Her delts look incredible. Beautiful bicep and triceps. Like, her conditioning is fantastic. And it's funny, her toes are together just like Nicole's. So maybe my suggestion wouldn't work for Nicole. I don't know. Either way, I think Lola looks really good. Her waist is so small. Her V-taper is fantastic. Just gorgeous. I think this was a very fair first place for Lola. Everybody side by side. Look at Lola's calves. She has so much balance in her legs. Her quads, her calves, just beautifully matched. And then her waist is so small. Her lats have a really nice open shape and then beautiful shoulders. I am drawn to Lola, of course. I think it was a beautiful V-taper, great X shape. Nicole, of course, also looks great. But look at Maud next to her. Absolutely stunning. Boyana as well looks really good. even in this lineup, Bojana maybe could have had a deeper conditioning and more detail in her legs. I think first, second, and fourth really have something special with their conditioning. But Lola really nailed it. I think her shape is beautiful, her balance, her X frame. And Kia in fifth, wow, so good. Such a beautiful silhouette. From behind, Lola had some gorgeous detail in her hamstrings. I think she's got great shape to her glutes, a real nice balance. Nicole's glutes, are larger. They certainly have more size on the side. But Lola is really balanced. Her waist is so small. Her muscles look so full and 3D from behind. And her calves are sensational. I really like the balance in Lola's legs. So overall, I thought it was a very fair and beautiful win for Lola. So in terms of Olympia, Lola is now qualified. Nicole gets 4 more points. Bojana was already qualified. And Maud is on the list with 2 and Kia with 1. So that's it for the Boston Pro. We've got 2 more shows coming up this weekend. This month. We've got the Caribbean Grand Prix happening and the Muscle Contest Rio. So I will be back with recaps of those shows as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with what you thought about these top 5s. And come and find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.